Hello friends, this is Holmes, a first-time farmer over 50. Welcome to the homestead. So just walking through the south of the northwest pasture in an area that I cleared out last fall and came across this. This is an insulator from power lines that used to cut through the ridge. These were all taken out in the early 1960s, so this thing's been laying here for at least about 60 years. It's broken, the bottom of it's broken off, so I would suspect the guys that pulled these lines out, when it broke off, they just gave it a quick toss into the bushes, and this is where it landed, and that's where I found it. I kicked it a couple of times, got it out of there. But what's interesting to me is there's a pile of brush right there, pile of brush right there, and a pile right there. So this thing is in between these two piles of limbs that I cut off last fall. No more than 4 feet from either one of them, and I never noticed it. There's all kinds of interesting things you come across out here. Kind of amazed by that. But what's also pretty cool is that this is only about 20 feet. Actually, I'm seeing something else, guys. Hang on, we're going to go take a look at something here. But here's the remnants of the power line pole. Right there, so it's about 20 feet away. And I just saw something as I was walking and talking. I see something blue over here. I'm wondering if this is part of it. And I think it is. Wow, that's crazy. Yep, look at this. Look at this, just laying here on top of the ground. Oops. Well, if that's part of the exact same one or not. Probably. It's pretty crazy. There's probably more pieces of this thing laying around. And I worked I worked all over this area last fall, like November and December. It was all over here. See this tree? Cut this tree down. It was like 2 feet from this trunk. Never noticed it. I cleared all this stuff out through here. All those piles of brush, limbs and things. And never noticed it. And I just saw it out of the corner of my eye as I was walking over. So you saw it as I saw it, basically. That's pretty amazing. There's probably more pieces around here somewhere if I keep looking. But just more artifacts that we're finding here on Holmestead Ridge after at least 60 years. Yeah, these power lines, they cut through, so basically east to west. That's looking west, and there's one right over by the property line, and then you really can't see anything this way, but there's two more in that general direction that I have discovered. And we used to have one right behind the house, and it was the pole was actually left, and was there until about 1975-ish when my brother cut it down. But those are all part of the power lines, and they move the power lines across the road. So here we are. I discovered this, gosh, I guess it's been a couple of years ago. I was just walking through here, looked down and saw it, and I thought that's a really strange stump of a tree, and I realized that nope, it's not a tree at all. It's just a power line. So there you go. All right, just wanted to share those discoveries with you. We certainly appreciate you watching. Please hit like and subscribe and ring that bell. And we look forward to seeing you again in the future. But if not, we're going to see you in the pasture.